An active shooter drill in Worcester is part of a 3-day training program offered by Louisiana State University. City and state law enforcement took part in the training. The goal is for officers to learn from each other on how to respond. Our Erin Keating joins us now to explain. Erin.
Olivia, officers say their two big priorities today were to first stop the shooter and then treat the victims. This drill tried to simulate that in a very real way. In the halls of Worcester's North High School, police officers are being trained on how to approach a victim in an active shooter situation.
Training, especially with active shooter, is always ongoing. So being in the training division, I try to acquire as much training as I can so I can bring the best, the newest, the latest, the greatest elements of training to the police academies.
Louisiana State University instructors are in Worcester training both city and state law enforcement in an active shooter response course. Worcester police officer Paul Sir says the different scenarios deal with more than taking down the shooter.
After we stop the killing, the active shooter portion of it, then we have to stop the dying. So there we really start stepping over into the medical field. Once we secure the scene the best we can, we have to apply tourniquets, combat gauze, and just address any of the medical needs that some of these critically wounded have.
Instructors organize live action hostage and active shooter scenarios for officers. Sir says training like this is important for all levels of law enforcement.
Because ultimately what it comes down to is going to be the patrolman who's working the streets, who's able to get in the building first because they're going to be in the area. So they have to be capable and have the training to be able to respond.
Joe Hadabow says he hopes the officers who participated bring back what they learned to their different departments. The training and exercise coordinator for the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency says police officers are trainers themselves.
They are teachers, they are trainers, and they go back and not only teach their officers and in-service, but they're also working with the schools in their towns, with their student resource officers.
And unfortunately, when it comes to active shooter, the warrior in each cop has to come out. You really have to just, get it within yourself, wherever you find it from, and be able to get in the building and stop the dying. You have to neutralize the threat.
Both Hadabow and Sir say the more training the better, so officers will know how to react more quickly. In studio, Erin Keating, Worcester News Tonight.